Student accommodation in Dundee. University-driven investment. Let's just say it how it is. Dundee might not be the first name that pops up when people think of student hotspots in the UK. But oh boy, they're missing a trick. If you've ever strolled past Perth Road or caught the buzz around the University of Dundee during Freshers' Week, you'll know this place is alive. Not in a chaotic London way, but in a surprisingly confident, up-and-coming kind of way. And for us in property, that's exactly the kind of energy we like. Now, why is Dundee worth a second look when it comes to student accommodation investment? 2 words: university demand. You see, Dundee's student population is booming. The University of Dundee and Abertay University are pulling in students from all over the UK, and increasingly from abroad. It's that international pull that's quietly changed the game. More students, more beds needed. And traditional student digs? Often full by July. Seriously, if you've ever tried finding a 2-bed HMO near the city centre in August, good luck. I remember working with a landlord last year. He had a 3-bed terraced house in the West End, 5 minutes from campus. It needed work, and I mean it hadn't seen a fresh coat of paint since the Spice Girls were topping charts. But we turned it around, added 2 en-suites, did a smart refurb. Think grey vinyl, white walls, cheap but chic IKEA everything. And it was snapped up by a group of third-year biomedical students by the end of the first viewing. 0 voids for 24 months and a rental uplift of over 30%. Not bad, right? But here's the kicker. Dundee's still relatively affordable compared to Glasgow or Edinburgh, which means the yields can actually be, dare I say it, healthy. We're talking 8 to 10% in the right areas. And with the Scottish government pushing sustainability and high-spec housing, think EPCC and above, newer developments and retrofits are hot property, literally. There's also a quiet shift happening. More students, especially international postgrads, are moving away from your classic grotty student flat towards something a bit more polished. They want ensuite rooms, fibre broadband, bills included, and a good view if they can get it. Enter purpose-built student accommodation, PBSA. And while some investors shy away from PBSA due to management costs, there's no denying they're filling up fast. One local block I checked out in January was already 95% reserved for the next academic year by March. A quick detour. Don't sleep on the waterfront redevelopment. This isn't just a shiny V&A museum slapped on the riverside. It's part of a long-term vision, and it's working. Students love living near the cultural hub. Some even claim it helps them study. But rents near the waterfront have crept up nearly 12% in 2 years. And with good transport links, it's now a legit alternative to the traditional uni bubble around Hawk Hill and Blackness Road. Let's be real, student-lets do have their dramas. Someone will block a sink with noodles, and you'll inevitably have to chase late rent once or twice. But the consistency of demand in Dundee, rock solid. Plus, if you've got a savvy lettings team on the ground, or you are the savvy one, you're laughing. Right now, with interest rates holding and rental demand going nowhere but up, student accommodation in Dundee is a proper under-the-radar win. But like with any investment, you've got to do the groundwork. Check the licensing, especially for HMOs. Tayside Council can be a stickler. Understand the academic calendar. Short voids between terms can be a blessing or a curse. And make your property stand out. Nobody's picking the meh flat when there's a bright one with smart storage and a communal hangout space next door. One last thing, chat to actual students. You'd be amazed how many times I've adjusted investment strategy just by asking, what kind of place would you want to live in next year? Spoiler, it's rarely what landlords think they want. So, Dundee? Not just jam, jute, and journalism anymore. For property investors with an eye for the next wave, it's quietly becoming a gold mine. But hey, let's keep that between us.